Quote, Bloomberg governed from the center with big ideas, pragmatism, and common sense. In an era of paralysis and deception, I've long said there isn't room for centrist moderation in either party, and it appears Mr. Bloomberg has come to the same conclusion. Joining me now is Colin Reed, a GOP strategist, and Ty Matsdorf, former DCCC Deputy Executive Director, and great guys, both of you. Let me start with you, Colin. Howard Schultz says that about Mike Bloomberg. But doesn't it also show that Mike Bloomberg came to the conclusion that he couldn't win?
Yeah, it was an interesting analogy for him to draw, because when Howard Schultz got in, Mike Bloomberg has now proved him right. There is no room for centrists in the Democratic Party. It's why Howard Schultz, a lifelong Democrat, had to run as an independent, because there was no room for him in the party. But I think we'd be kidding ourselves if we thought that Mayor Bloomberg was not going to have play an influence in this campaign season. He's just going to do it on the outside. And with his unlimited funds, he can have an impact, and it will be interesting to see if my Democratic friends decry the influence of so-called dark money when it's being spent on their behalf.
Well, it's not dark money, I guess. Yeah, right. It depends on where you sit, I guess. Ty, this is what Bloomberg said yesterday in an op-ed. Until 2021 and possibly longer, our only real hope for progress lies outside of Washington. And unlike most who are running or thinking of it, I'm fortunate enough to be in a position to devote the resources needed to bring people together and make a big difference. Is he giving indication that he thinks President Trump has this in the bag?
I don't think that that's what the indication is. I think that he knows he has billions of dollars. He's got causes that he's passionate about, and he knows that we've got an incredibly talented field of Democratic candidates. So why not go where you can have impact on places like city councils and state legislators and local ordinances? So I think it's actually pretty selfless. And I just want to say, I don't think that it shows that there's no room for a modern Democratic Party. In Iowa, there could conceivably be 20 people on the ballot, so you could win with 7% of the vote. So therefore, everybody's got a path. I think that he just saw, where can I be the most effective? Where can the resources that I've been blessed with do the most good?
And he certainly had an impact in the midterms of 2018. I did want to also ask you about this, which was that that Bernie Sanders has decided that he is going to take that pledge. He is going to run as a Democrat. So, Colin, is there anything to this that we should be paying attention to?
I actually think it's smart politics on Senator Sanders' behalf. He's taking issues that his political opponents could use against him off the table. One of the constant hits on him from his fellow, or I guess his Democrats, has been he's not actually a member of the Democratic Party. Hillary Clinton likes talking about that. And now his opponents can't use that against him. I did think it's a bit ironic, because Senator Sanders made this exact same pledge in 2015. And then last year in 2018, he ran for re-election to the Senate in Vermont as an independent. And he's already declared as an independent the next time around in 2024 for Senate. So we'll see if he actually means it. But I think it's smart politics in the short term.
Ty, do you think that Bernie Sanders fits in the current Democratic Party?
I think that he's probably left of where the party is. If you look at where we won the midterms, you had 40 new seats, very, very pragmatic. But look, let's just be honest where the Democratic Party is right now. 61% of Democrats say the most important quality of a candidate is can they beat Donald Trump? And I think that is going to be, there has never been a figure in American politics who is such a lightning rod as we've seen in Donald Trump. And so the Democratic primary electorate is going to say, who's got the best shot of making sure this guy doesn't return?
Last question then. Yesterday, we had this sound from Hillary Clinton saying she's not going to run in 2020. Then last night, there were these tweets from Maggie Haberman of the New York Times basically saying that she spoke to someone close with Clinton and was in contact with her today. And they say she wasn't trying to be emphatic and close the door on running when she spoke to a local reporter. She was surprised by how definitively it played, and she was told that her team is waiting at least to see the Mueller report. So, Colin, is she back possibly on the table?
Well, I hope so, and I think most Republicans hope she runs again too. She'd be a welcome addition to a crowded field if you're the Republican Party. But look, I think it's clear Hillary Clinton still has a lot of wounds left over from 2016. She and her staff are still airing them out publicly with Senator Sanders. Probably not productive to the conversation as a whole, but as a Republican, it's fun to see.
Ty Matsdorf, what happens inside the Democratic Party? Do people place bets? Like, is she going to run? Is she not going to run?
Look, she's probably one of the most well-known figures in our party, so she will scramble any calculus. But the one person who seems more obsessed with her than the Democratic Party is Donald Trump. He keeps reliving 2016, and I've got a high school.
He even tweeted last night that she will be